As you can see, I've moved my 4K camera over here so that we can have 4K reception. I just couldn't go through the other cam no more. I'm just going to have to buy another 4K camera and use it. I thought it came with 4K in it. I should have read the instructions on the box. Good morning. Good morning, good people. Some people it's good night. What's up, new people? Uncle Frank is still awake. It's like 5 in the morning out there. What's good, brother? Now, Miami in the building. Man, it's a lot of people I've never seen before in life on this live stream, but that's good. Now, you talk about horrible trade. Now, this trade is gaining momentum. It could be total fandom or wherever it's coming from, but a lot of people are talking about Detroit trading trading Blake Griffin for CJ McCollum. Now, when you look at the trade, you're going to see one or two things. One thing you're going to see definitely is you're going to see if this is a reality. Let's look at the possibilities. The Pistons are in a restart mode, meaning that they're hitting the reset button. Don't forget to hit the like button. All the new people, subscribe. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get to it. Now, T would be happy as long as they get him off the books. Listen, the main problem is this. Blake Griffin's contract has 2 more years on it. That's a lot of money for a team that's losing money. Detroit Pistons are a team that's like the Atlanta Hawks, and those got teams, Sacramento Kings. These are teams that are not really profitable. They lose money. They have a very new owner who's only owned the team for 2-3 years. They moved the team all the way to Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. So they basically downsized from being in Auburn Hills. And this is a team that won 3 NBA championships, one in 2004, beating the Lakers. And they lose money every year. You know, the other notion, the lies the NBA tell you. Now, what people don't realize is that a lot of teams like the Chicago Bulls, who make the majority of their money not off ticket sales or television rights, they make more of their money through merchandise. The Bulls are always in the top 5 top earning in NBA because of Jordan and the 96 Bulls and the 96 NBA championships. They don't have to win nothing else. They don't have to win, period. And the owner knows it. So he don't really care. If he win with the scraps he got, cool. But he ain't finna expend paying all that money for what? In the Chicago Bulls Stadium, when you go in that shop, They got all the classic jerseys. All the jerseys you couldn't find, oh, they there. The pinstripe Jordan, red. Oh, it's sweet. The Pippins, the Robins, they got it all in that store. You go in there, boy, it's like a candy store. People be, that, I need that, and I need that. I know it's a lot of it is pretty bad. I heard. I heard a lot of it's pretty bad. But situations can be worse. Just look at other teams and what they're going through. Detroit is at least competitive for the dollar. Like they ain't in the cellar. They was vying for a playoff spot and they weren't even trying. So if they tried to make the deal work, bringing CJ McCollum to the team, is CJ really going to be there after 2 years and go to a rebuild? So I wouldn't even make the deal because he's played with a team. He could have just stayed in Portland if that was the case. He's a loved man in Portland. They love him there, but that's not working out. That situation just isn't working out. You can't have two guards try to go ahead and play on the same team. It's just not going to work. But moving Blake Griffin out of Detroit is their prime responsibility right now. They got rid of Reggie Jackson and they got rid of Drummond, thank God. They did it 3 years too late. But now they're making the right decisions. They're hitting the reset button. And now they're starting over. And this is the right decision for Detroit because they should have did it 2 years ago. When they got a new coach, they should have started right over and said, hey, we're going to hit the reset button. I mean, you think about it, the CJ, only thing is they would need draft picks. Portland would probably have to give up a draft pick and, a second rounder or something with CJ and, they can get a first rounder or something like that for Blake. Blake for CJ. You're getting about the same thing per night. And Blake balled for Detroit. I mean, he gave everything. But if you're Portland, you got to be thinking injuries with Blake Griffin. And how would that set back Portland? You want this guy with 2 heavy years left on his deal, and you're a team that's trying to, get back to where you were just another year prior before that. And Blake is him playing with Dame. How that's gonna work? He didn't like playing with a ball dominant Chris Paul. What are you gonna do with a ball dominant guy who shoots like him? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's more fandom than anything. But I do. Blake Griffin is getting traded this season. You can bet on that. They might want to see how he does in the regular season, but I think he will be moved before anything else take place. A lot of people and a lot of teams are interested in Christian Wood from the Pistons and this Troy Weaver. But stay grounded with keeping them Kennard. Keep those guys around. And you might have something there that you could build on. Just get some more pieces, but you gotta be willing to get rid of, Blake, and have some good teams that would actually bring you some value back. I would try to move him to the 76ers somewhere. I mean, you could possibly keep Tony Snell depending on his contract. You don't have to move him, or if you have to move him in a package deal with Blake, cool, you could do that. Depending on who you bringing in. Pistons got a lot of options. A lot of options they can use to bring in some guys. What's up, brother? I see you. Top of the morning to you too. It's almost my bedtime. Sun's coming up. Means that it's time for me to go lay down. Sun's getting real low. Well, the team is going into a youth movement. So Tony Snell just fits everywhere else better. But he has what, $12 million left on this deal. So you might gonna end up. It's cheaper to keep him. You can keep Tony Snell for $12 million. I mean, there's a lot of players on there that could be moved that not too many people are thinking about. If you Detroit, I mean, you could literally trade the whole team. But the biggest piece is the Blake. Blake has to go. He's going to want to go. Well, here's the thing. The Pistons. The Golden State Warriors don't want Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is on the market. They did all that just to get rid of Russell, who they ended up getting in the first place when they was trying to get Wiggins. And then they ended up trading for Wiggins anyway and getting Russell out of there. And all of a sudden, they got D-Russ out of there. They got Wiggins. Wiggins was a possible, fit, but no. He's not going to cut it in Golden State. So they've been trying to shop him out. And as soon as they got him, they realized what the rest of the world know. Like, oh, okay. This is what Jimmy Butler was talking about. Here's the thing. Blake Griffin is 32, and he's had a lot of injuries. He balled out for Detroit and gave everything he had. He shoots 36% from the field. He averaged about, 6 assists, maybe 5. Give you about 7 rebounds. He's going to give you about 22 points a game. But he only played, 18 games last year? 18, dog. And he's on the books for $36 million next year. And then the next year is $38 million. Who wants to pay that lump sum? Who in the league saying Blake Griffin is the missing piece that could get us a championship? I don't see Pat Riley making that deal. I don't see any team that's in contention really want to be on the books for 2 more years for a guy who will be 34 and he's already basically in the decline years. So as nice as it is with the fandom, hell, the Pistons probably put that trade out there. Anybody want Blake Griffin? Come talk to us, please. Yeah, that palimony suit breaking him in half. Gee. Yeah, you could trade him. They'll take Blake Griffin over there, and they'll give you probably their pick. You'll have the number 7 pick. Don't the Pistons got the 7th pick? They'll give up that 7th pick. Maybe here's your Blake. you want to absorb 36 to 38 million? Getting him off the books? Blake to Houston. Oh my God. Who would have Bills draft? Somebody that probably wasn't even on the board. He's some guy from Yugoslavia somewhere. The Bulls draft Maganos Slaganakanova. He used to play on a farm in Yugoslavia before his dad told him to join the war when Yugoslavia was no more. Oh, man. Two more years of Blake. 36 million and 38 million. You're stuck, buddy. 2 more seasons of good old Blake. Yeah, so don't forget, if y'all new, subscribe, hit that notification bell, the whole 9. It's a bad trade for Portland. You're giving up a guy who is injury prone, and you're going to be swallowing $38, $36 million if you're the general manager. How does this improve Portland? How you going to explain that to Dame? Dame, look, got Blake. He's going to give you some relief down. He can go down low, get a basket. It's going to be how many games can this guy play? I don't think he ain't the Blake that was jumping over cars. This dude kind of can't jump over a Dixie cup right now. The Knicks is finally off Allen Houston contract. Man, Allen Houston and Larry Johnson, boy, they milked the NBA. Man. The Knicks had about 2-3 players they was paying for that ain't played in 20 years. Allen Houston, man, he was rich. He had to even play and was getting paid. And NBA insurance claims, They pay out. Let's go LJ, baby. Ron can rejuvenate his career. I've heard it all now. I'm out. Don't forget, the Cash App is Carcino. Love, peace, and hair grease.